So, I guess I have to start all over again. I messed up my video. Well, there we go. I want to talk about, unfortunately, some more political stuff. Really don't want to, but, well, I have to. Because it all ties into end times prophecy. I have to bring in a lot of political things for people to understand what's going on. I'm going to talk about Gaza today. Didn't want to talk about it. Didn't want to talk about what Trump is planning to do in Gaza. Because I'm so tired of this political charade and game. Of course, it continues the circuit game. Nothing but circus. Play. Drama. But it has to be said because it's a warning. This is a warning. It's a warning to the false prophet. I hope you have watched my videos, my previous videos about the false prophet. I will just kind of review a little bit so you kind of have a background, just especially those people that may be new. Revelation 13. So where you find the beast out of the sea, which is Europe, European Union. It used to be Holy Roman Empire. And where we find the beast out of the earth, or the false prophet. That's the same name. False prophet or beast. And that is the United States. A beast is always, and watch my last video or previous video, talked about it. Beast, and I talked about Daniel 7. A beast is always an empire. Don't make it up. Don't make anything up. There's somebody that actually told me, oh, the first 3 beasts are a person and the last beast is something else. No, a beast is a beast. It doesn't change. One beast is like the next beast, like the next beast. It's an empire. The world history since Daniel was divided into 4 parts. And the last beast will last until Jesus returns. It was obvious. So divide the world empire or the world empires or the world history into 4 parts, and that's what you get. 4 empires, major empires. Now that's what Daniel saw. He only saw 4. Then when we go to John, 3 were already gone during John's time. And the last one was the beast out of the sea that he saw with the 10 horns. That is Europe. That is the Holy Roman Empire. But then John sees a 5th one in a sense, but a second one for him. And that was the beast out of the earth. And that also lasts until Jesus returns, because it's thrown into the lake of fire just with the first beast. Okay? And that's what I'm going to talk about today. I'm giving you a warning to this false prophet that's being thrown into the lake of fire with the beast. You want me to read that where it is? Revelation 19:20. And that was after the Armageddon War. But the beast was captured, and with it the false prophet, who had performed the signs on its behalf. With these signs he had deluded those who had received the mark of the beast and worshipped its image. The 2 of them were thrown alive into the fiery lake of burning sulfur. Okay, and the rest of them were killed with the sword. Why? Because that's talking about the last war, the Armageddon War, which will be fought in where? In Israel. In today's Israel. Not just Israel, but the whole area there. Remember when the kings of the east will come and make war, against most likely Israel and whoever is occupying that area. Right now, it will be also the United States, because the United States is supporting Israel. And the latest was, United States are taking over Gaza now. So they are putting a stake and a claim on the land there. That's pretty bad. But this is why I'm giving you guys a warning. This warning is not just to Trump, who probably has had his hands into this for a long, long time. This stuff was in planning for a long time, this Gaza deal that Trump right now is making. Oh boy, believe me, they have been working on this for a long time. They had their little eyes on that piece of land for a long time. I'll guarantee you that. The deep state had their eyes on that land for a long time. Now again, who's the deep state? Please watch some of my videos about it. No, it's not Democratic Party. I know people are so blind. I see it over and over again. They want to be alternative media and still don't know who the deep state is. It's like, when are they waking up? Never. Never, people. And yeah, you know what? I don't reach them. Fine. I'm glad you found me. Okay? I'm glad you found me, because the fact that you found me most likely is telling me that I'm not alone in what I believe. Because I don't want anybody else maybe to find my videos. Because there's some pretty bad, nasty people out there that have been trying to really destroy my channel since the pandemic. And okay, we know who's behind it, right? Satan is behind it. Yes, I understand. But every person has to take responsibility for themselves. But back to this whole thing. Why am I warning? I'm warning the United States because they're the false prophet. There's no doubt. People, you can't ignore it. You can believe whatever you want to believe. I don't care. Do what you want. If you are new to my channel, or if you just found it, you can believe what you want. Click it out. But do a study. It can't be any other way. Can't be any other way. Who is the empire today? We are coming to the end, people. Who is the empire today? The United States is the empire. There's no doubt it's not China and it's not Russia, and they're trying to deceive you and mislead you. No, it's the United States, and they have empirical tendency, especially now with Trump coming into power. He shows it the most. He's not even hiding it anymore, like the rest of the things did. They were tyrants. Look at Biden. He was nothing but a tyrant. Look at his empirical tendency with Russia and Ukraine and all over the world. Then you go to Obama, then go to the rest of the presidents. All have empirical tendency. They all want to take over countries in the world. Do we not see that? But again, that's why the United States is the false prophet. Or it's called the false prophet. Because they're deceiving, and read the description, they're deceiving the whole world, including their own people. Including their own people. Why? Because it is a country still run by Satan. Even though they think, it's founded on Christian principles. But do you know what? These Christian principles have been out of the window for a long time. Long time. Why? Because the Protestants opened the door to false doctrine. And I'm mentioning dispensationalism because that's the major doctrine they let in to their doors. And that deceived them. It made them blind. Made them blind to many things. And right now, they are corrupt. I can't say every, but most churches out there are extremely corrupt. Extremely corrupt. So, but I don't want to get stuck there. I want to continue to talk about Gaza. And how many people are supporting the stuff that's going on in Israel. Their warring tendencies. Who is supporting that? The Zionist Christians. And they really think they're from God. And again, warning, you will get what you sow. You will get what you sow. The false prophet will be thrown into the lake of fire, and the rest of the people that are fighting there, they will get what? The sword? The rest will be killed with the sword. Coming out of the mouth of the rider on the horse, and all the birds gorged themselves on their flesh. Yeah, those are your children, your grandchildren. Okay? When you send them over there and you support the nonsense that Trump is doing over there, that's what they're going to get. And you think he's going to get a lot of people supporting him? I'll guarantee you, God will stir them up. If nobody else will, God will stir them up against what's going on over there. You think he really supports what happened in Gaza? So what happened in Gaza? Really, let's talk about that. Maybe I will finally need to get to Gaza. What happened in Gaza? What did the stuff happen? Oh yeah, sure, this thing that happened, October 7th, when was it, 2 years ago now? Oh yeah, these Hamas people, they just came and took hostages and killed all these people, and yeah, the investigation was done that Israel had something to do with it. They did not protect their borders. They let down their guard at the border. They took out border patrols, military. Did they know something is coming? Of course they knew something was coming because they were warned. But no, they took down the guards anyways and the military, and they let these people, supposedly Hamas, did a bloodbath? I know they overdid. I mean, you really have to look at it because they even overdid on that stuff. Took hostages, My question is, and they screamed right away, oh, that's the 9/11 of Israel. Yeah, it is the 9/11 of Israel. And if you know what happened on 9/11, you also know it was a false flag, right? And that's exactly what happened in Israel as well. False flag. My question is, who really did plan, organize this attack? Was it really Hamas? Or was Hamas or people, whatever some people used, and then they said, oh yeah, it was Hamas. Was it? Really? Did they capture any of these people? I don't even think they captured anybody. Was it really Hamas? And how was this Hamas connected to the Palestinian people that they then totally just wiped out? Not only they wiped them out, of course, the whole Gaza was wiped out. Gaza Strip, I just saw the other day, or maybe even today, pictures of the Gaza. How it looked before it was smashed to pieces. Yeah, most people, of course, killed. And now Trump is seeking a place for the rest of the people so he can get rid of them. Okay? That should tell you something right there. Okay? Oh no, we're not rebuilding this for the Palestinians. No, we are going to get rid of the rest of the people, and then we're leveling it out, and then we take over. Now, doesn't that kind of ring a bell or a red flag that goes up and says, "Oh boy, something is going on"? I mean, like a blinking light, blink, 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 blink. And who is supporting? America is supporting this? America is supporting this. America is supporting what happened to Gaza. Nobody said anything from America and say, hey, you guys stop it. No. We give you even the weapons so you can continue to kill more people. Doesn't that ring a bell to you? That there is something not right. Somebody is lying. Were you bamboozled by 9/11? How long were you bamboozled? Do you even know at this point the truth about 9/11? Are you awake about 9/11? Or are you still believing the lies they told you? Even after, 21 years now? And I'll guarantee you, and I don't know if you know anybody who has done the investigation into this. Somebody needs to. Somebody needs to do the investigation into this. You know, who really, and of course they never found who was behind 9/11, but at least they could say, wait a minute, this wasn't done by Hamas. It was done by somebody who was paid out, and not only somebody who was paid to do this, also, Israel was involved, the government of Israel. They opened the door, or should I say they left the door open for Hamas to come in. And they even was part of killing some of their own people in the process, because they had open heyday to kill anybody just in order to kill the Hamas people. Yeah, we know that now. So there is some information out, but really some people need to maybe dig a little deeper if they haven't done yet. I haven't found anything yet. Who really was behind it? And if I look at what's going on with Gaza and Trump and, of course, his son-in-law Kushner, who's been working and doing deals and doing stuff for a long time, I really believe it was orchestrated not by anybody related to the Palestinians, but maybe to some deep state. Our deep state. Oh no, not the Democrats, people. No. Isn't that interesting? People still believe the Democrats are deep state. You know, even those so-called alternative media. So yes, even some of these alternative media, or even people that think they're woke up, they don't realize that the deep state is really the deep state of the United States, of both parties. We don't have two-party system. We have one party. Well, we have two parties, but they really have one deep state that runs everything. Oh no, the deep state is not, the Democrats. Oh, they're cleaning up the deep state. It's all nonsense. They're not cleaning up the deep state. I mean, they're cleaning up things they maybe want to show you, but the rest they're going to leave. Only what they want you to see. That's what they're going to show. It's convenient for them. But years they have already, people, used that stuff. The same deep state that they want to now clean up has used it. Same people have used it. What I saw Corbett. I don't know if you know Corbett Report, James Corbett. You watch Corbett Report, and he was doing a report on U.S. aid and all the sinister plans they were involved in since Kennedy. Overthrowing of governments. That's what that stuff was for. In the forefront, it was for aid, for foreign aid or whatever. But in reality, they used it to overthrow governments and influence governments. That's what's been happening. Okay? So again, Imperium USA, right? What should I say? And the deep state behind it is the one that's Imperium USA. And have I done videos about that? Yes. Who is really running the show of the United States? Yeah, you can say the, Jesuits, you can say the Catholics, you can say some people say, of course, the Jews. They're just puppets. But anyways, but bottom line is the fallen angels. And yeah, these people are involved in planning this whole thing. They have been involved forever. They are really in charge of Israel. And Israel is only being used. The people of Israel are only being used people. And the people don't know it. Why? Because their eyes are shut close. Unfortunately, the Jewish people, 80% are not even really believing Jews. 80% are just secular Jews. And all they want is the benefits of being a Jew. That's all they want. But they're not really even following, God. And those really religious Jews or Orthodox Jews, they follow false leaders. They follow the descendants of the Pharisees. They made up their own religion. God doesn't even recognize them because they don't follow the Son. In 1 John, John says that if you do not recognize the Son, you don't recognize the Father. Or should I say, if you don't recognize the Son, the Father doesn't recognize you. So everything they do is in vain. They're not being seen by God. God is not hearing them. And you know what? How many Zionist Christians just totally are, again, blinded? Well, they're blinded, and just as blinded as the Jews are blinded. Because they've been believing lies. Our churches are corrupt. Our churches are blind. Our churches are full of sorrow, sin, false doctrine. Of course, major is dispensationalism. When they open the door for dispensationalism, they open the door for false doctrine, and that took them down a very destructive road. They're blinded. Most of our churches, most of our Christians are blind. They don't see what really is happening in the world, in politics. They don't see what's happening in Israel. That Israel is just being used. It's a pawn for the beast system, and specifically today for the beast out of the earth, for the false prophet. You see, the false prophet is supporting them the most. All the weapons come from the United States. They couldn't even exist without the United States. They could have not bombed Gaza to smithereens if it would have been not for the United States. And yes, who was behind the attack? Who was behind the attack? The deep state. The deep state. Of what? The false prophet. There is no doubt in my mind. No doubt whatsoever. And again, they're working together. See, Trump was working probably at that when he was president the last time. And Kushner, was part of this as well. And then, of course, they put Biden in there just to be, I don't know why. I think Biden is more a tyrant, or it can come across more as a tyrant than Trump. So Biden was put in there to do a certain job that maybe Trump couldn't do. Because remember how he acted during the pandemic. He was like a clown just standing there. Then Biden had to step in there and be the tyrant. And if you do not put the mask on and get the little shot, we are going to blah, 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 blah. That was Biden. Maybe Trump couldn't do that. Maybe he had to learn to be tougher. Don't know. He's a little tougher now. So, yeah, that was the job for Biden. And you know what? And all along, they worked together behind the scene. Oh, they make it look like they're not working together. Oh, they're enemies, sworn enemies. Yes, shit. Oh, sorry. They're not. They are not. They're not sworn enemies. They're working together. They're being put in there by the deep state on purpose. And believe me, deep state is not just, the money, the technocrats, or whoever is running the show behind it. But it is deeper than that. It's the fallen angels, or the Jesuits, or the Vatican, Lucifer. That's the pyramid of power. Please watch my videos on pyramid of power. So they're all working together on this, all of them. They put in there whoever they need for the time being. And the American people are blind. And because they are blind, they're going to walk down the road to Armageddon. And that is the warning for today. They're going to walk down the road of Armageddon. And their beautiful, beautiful, political system is going to the lake of fire. And they will be food for the birds. They'll be food for the birds. You think they're going to wake up when the rapture's going to happen? Most people right now going to sleep because they deny the rapture. They don't care if they have to go through the wrath of God. Why? Because they made them believe it's just tribulation. It's just tribulation. Oh, we'll make it through tribulation. God's going to help us through this tribulation. People, it's wrath of God. For goodness sakes, look at Revelation 16. It's wrath of God. It's wrath of God, not tribulation. All these people, they're not going through tribulation right now. Oh no, why would they go through tribulation right now? Ridiculous. But eventually they'll go through wrath of God, and not even that they will realize. Most people continue to be blindly following Mr. Trump, President Trump, into this nice little mark of beast. I'll guarantee you that. I'll tell you the churches, I keep saying the churches will be full after the rapture. But I'm going to tell you right now, the churches will be full of people who took the mark of the beast. I'll guarantee you that. Matter of fact, all churches, all the churches will be full of people that only took the mark of the beast. There's not going to be anybody in there who didn't take the mark of the beast, because they couldn't. They would be captured and thrown into jail and beheaded. All the people in the churches will have the mark. Now, is that shocking to you? Me, it is. They will not wake up. They will not wake up. because they're so blind. Their blinders are so thick. And yes, they're going to be ending up exactly what it says here. The beast and the false prophet will be thrown into the lake of fire. Let me read that again. That's in Revelation 19. But the beast was captured. It says, let's start with 17. And I saw an angel standing in the sun who cried in a loud voice to all the birds flying in midair, come gather for the great supper of God, so that you may eat the flesh of kings, generals, and the mighty, of horses and their riders, and the flesh of all people, free and slave, great and small. Hello, hello. Again, I hope you're not going to be part of it. I hope your children will not be part of it, and I hope your grandchildren will not be part of this. Then I saw the beast and the kings of the earth, and their armies gathered together to wage war against the rider on the horse and his army. And that, people, is the Armageddon war. Okay, that's Revelation 16:12. Go back there. That's that war. Okay, when the kings of the east come into the Holy Land in the Middle East and make war. That's what that war is. Okay, make no mistake. It's not Gog and Magog. But so many people say Gog and Magog is coming. No, Gog and Magog is at the end of the 1,000-year reign. Of course, there are even people that don't believe in that stuff. But anyways, so then I saw the beast and the kings of the earth and their armies gathered together to wage war against the rider on the horse and his army. But the beast was captured, with it the false prophet, who had performed the signs on its behalf. With these signs he had deluded those who had received the mark of the beast and worshipped its image. What did I say? The churches will be full of people that took the mark of the beast. The two of them were thrown into the fiery lake of burning sulfur, and the rest were killed with the sword coming out of the mouth of the rider on the horse, and all the birds gorged themselves on their flesh. People, that Armageddon war is also described, I believe, in Revelation, 9? Okay, it's also described there. It's all the same wars. And I also mentioned it in Revelation 14, when Jesus goes out with his angels with the sickle at the end of chapter 14 to reap the grape. Same war, people. Same war. And who is getting it? Who is getting it? It's the false prophet, which is the United States, the beast, which is Europe. They're together in the NATO, people. They're together in the NATO. And they are together. And Israel is part of that union. Because Israel is the little pet of the United States. And people, don't make a mistake. No, it's not the other way around. They're fooling you. Israel just knows they're the pet, just like Zelensky. So they think they can do what they want. And they're making a show, and they're making it look like, oh, we are in charge. No. They can do the things they do because they know they're supported by the beast. They know they're supported by Satan himself. Do they know it? Does Netanyahu know it? Do they actually think that far? Netanyahu knows all he wants is power. And he knows who gives him that power. That's the deep state of America. You don't think they know that? You really think they think Trump is in charge? Trump is a front man that needs to coordinate things. Sorry. That's all there's to it. They're all puppets. And who is being used? Who is being used for the slaughter? It's the people. And believe me, what they're doing in Gaza, and whoever it is, and who is ever supporting it, you will get it. You will reap the wrath of God for it. I'll guarantee you that. God is not mocked. This is not coming from him. He does not want the slaughter of people. He wants people to be saved. That's what he wants. These people are slaughtering because they want power. They want power. And what we read in the Old Testament is simple. Only Messiah will come and establish his kingdom. Or the Holy Land. He's the only one. He's the only one who will bring true Jerusalem. The heavenly Jerusalem. The true Jerusalem. He's the only one. He's the only one who can claim the land. He's the only person that comes in the name of David and be king. He's the only king. You understand that? Nobody else can claim it. No Netanyahu has the right to claim Israel. Nobody in Israel has the right to claim for King David the throne to Israel or to the Holy Land. Nobody. And people need to understand that. And the rest of the people that are stealing land for no reason, killing people for no reason, just because they want to get fat and rich, they will be punished. They'll be punished in this war to come. And believe me, it's not far off. It's not far off. How many years will it take? I mean, when will it happen? They're preparing it, people. Everything is being prepared right now. World War III is being prepared. They're preparing things. The minute the rapture happens, everything will fall into place. The wrath of God will start. Once the wrath of God will start, I'll give it another 4 years before Jesus will return and establish his kingdom. I think 4 years would be enough to destroy the system. You will destroy the system, this world system, and all the ungodly with it. People, wake up. Wake up. Those people that are rapture deniers, wake up, people. Wake up. You do not want to go through the wrath of God. I don't think very many will actually wake up after the rapture and say, oh yeah, wait a minute, the rapture happened. No, I think very, very, very few. These foolish virgins, I think they knew the rapture was happening. That's why they're preparing. So really, these rapture deniers are not even part of the foolish virgins. Okay? They're not waiting for the bridegroom. They're waiting for the bridegroom, or not the bridegroom, they're waiting for Jesus and the angels to gather them. So they're not really bride. I had to add that. But yeah, I'm coming to an end. This is already too much. People, let the Holy Spirit guide you. Leave me a comment, thumbs up. Please share my videos. It's all important. I can't do it alone. And always let the Holy Spirit guide you.